Senator Patterson.
Thank you. Honourable Senators, as we enter Remembrance Week, I want to take a moment to share a deeply personal story as a reminder that peace comes at a cost, and I'm very honoured to be the third in speaking today because all the speeches are connected. And we have to remember that cost is measured not only in lives lost, but also in the quiet sacrifices made by those who serve and the families and communities who bear their absences. That cost is not confined to the pages of history or to the grainy black and white films of past wars. It's felt in our own time, within our communities and in our families who continue to live with the consequences of that service. And one of those great Canadians I want to talk about is Warrant Officer Frank Mellish. He was killed in action during the insurgent attack on the 3rd of February 2006 during Operation Medusa in the Panjwai district of Afghanistan. As stated, he was killed alongside 3 of his comrades, Warrant Officer Richard Nolan, Sergeant Shane Stacknick, and Private William Kershley. As the Speaker has noted, in the gallery today we have Warrant Officer Mellish's mother, Sandy Mellish. And beside her in uniform is Master Warrant Officer Gary Mitchell, who served alongside Warrant Officer Mellish on that fateful day. Warrant Officer Mellish's death occurred during his 2nd tour in Afghanistan and his 7th overseas deployment, which included a tour of Croatia. And that Croatian tour overlapped with that of his father's deployment there with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. You see, service to Canada runs incredibly deep in the Mellish family. Frank has a few cousins who also served, and tragically, his cousin Michael, who also deployed to Afghanistan, later took his own life in what his family can tell you was survivor's guilt related to his cousin's death. Frank's widow, Kendra, served for 27 years, including her own tours in Afghanistan, and that same sense of duty continues in the next generation in their youngest son, Coven. He has joined the Royal Canadian Regiment, whom Frank once proudly served with, and his unit is due to deploy to Poland next year. His comrades remember Warrant Officer Mellish for his leadership, his compassion, and his unwavering dedication to the soldiers under his care. And his mother, Sandy, is wearing a silver cross today, also known as a Memorial Cross. This is granted to mothers and widows and families of Canadian Armed Forces personnel who've died on active duty. It's given to mark the personal loss and sacrifice, and it's engraved with Frank's name. Before deploying, members specify who their Silver Cross recipients will be. That last bit of pre-deployment paperwork leaves no doubt for the member or for their family about the risks they're about to assume on behalf of Canada. Since her son's death, Sandy has dedicated herself to helping grieving members and families of the Canadian Armed Forces as they navigate their own sorrow. And while we must never forget the past, remembrance is not just about nostalgia. It's about understanding that the cost of peace and democracy today and ensuring that those who serve and those who stand behind them are never forgotten or left behind. As senators, we bear a responsibility to remember that every decision about defense and security has a human cost. So today and every day, let us remember, not only because we owe it to those who have fallen, because forgetting risks repeating the same hard lessons. We will remember them. Nous nous souviendrons d'eux.